In Colombia, narcotraffic is a big problem. It caused an impact in Colombian history. It created a new social class and it influenced several aspects of Colombian culture and politics. Drug dealing would finance many and groups and gangs, which promoted violence and crimes in all this time in the nation. This is a political and social situation that affects all as equal in a community.
During Colombian history, everyone have heard about narcotraffic. Most of them dislike hearing about this situation. But what is narcotraffic? Narcotraffic is the traffic of narcotics or illegal substances. In Colombia, poverty is abundant, and for poor people, it's an easy trade or rapid rise for social classes. Also, this creates violence because there are gangs and cartels that are involved in this situation. And they want to be the most powerful and to have the control in all the country because if they got that too, they will be the main producer and the most powerful producer of the drugs in the country and outside the country. First, the narcotraffic started like in a civil war, but then it turned violent and that violence started to consume the society.
Between 1993 and 1996, Colombia sent many drugs to the United States of America and became the main producer of narcotics, especially of cocaine, in the world. With the fights between the cartels and gangs, they wanted to end with the competition to be the most powerful cartel and to be the biggest producer of cocaine in Colombia and in the whole world. Ariel Avila, a Colombian political scientist of Semana magazine, said that the crops of cocaine increased the cost of lower the price of gold to plant coca. Other aspect that Ariel Avila mentioned was that the illegal dealing of drugs caused the revolution of American dollar. From this mode, that the drugs were well paid and striking business to all the people in the Colombian nation.
In the past, the most powerful weapon of the government was the extradition. Big narcotraffickers were afraid of the extradition. Thanks to it, nowadays Colombian government got imprisoned big drug dealers by foreign countries. But now the problem is not narcotraffic, it's traffic. And the possible solution will be to create a strategy that coordinates penalty systems and public health to stop narcotraffic. Because if we stop narcotraffic, the business is going to end. Also, with these penalty systems, the idea is to increase the penalties not only for the dealers, also for the consumers. But there is another way, that is the prevention through education. We can educate new generations to avoid narcotraffic and to avoid getting inside this cycle. If we teach them what will happen to the society, what impacts they can make, and what consequences cause the drugs in their health, we can avoid new generations get inside the cycle. And if there is no one consuming drugs or inside this horrible cycle, this illegal business is not going to prosper.
Finally, we realize as a group a lot of aspects that this big problem has been caused around the world. But the real issue is that our country, Colombia, in the past was one of the countries with more presence of internal and external drug trafficking. And with the pass of the years, specifically in 1980 and 1990, when this problem had the greatest impact in our country when a lot of people, families, children has died thanks to that wars and fights that the Colombian government had with all the criminal gangs, and it's very unhappy that because of the corruption of the country, they hadn't been able to finish this problem long before. And only until the death of Pablo Escobar, the violence could be reduced. Also, it's important to know that at that time, Pablo Escobar was one of the most important drug dealers of our country. He will have been alive. So because that, there were a considerable number of deaths and events that had affected our society and are reflected in nowadays. We consider that it's very wrong today. Many teenagers want to continue in favor of drug trafficking after everything that has happened in Colombia before. And the real problem is that they don't realize that we as a society must put end to this great problem. Because if our country hadn't had a dark past, we wouldn't be known by the world as a violent society that doesn't know how to control itself. So if we want to change this, we need to start changing our children, our teenagers, because they are the future. And if we don't educate those future generations, well, we will never be able to change, and we will continue being the same country that we have always been, the country of wars and drugs.